I never planned to homeschool. I wasn't trained for it, and I honestly didn't even consider it. But here I am, 8 years later, a homeschooling mom of five. And the crazy part is, I can't even imagine life any other way. Hey, mama, I'm Shahida, a homeschooling mom and a believer that motherhood is not a pause on your purpose. It's often the thing that leads you in the right direction. This channel is all about sharing the real, honest journey of the art of mothering and home educating. And today I want to share how I ended up on this path of home educating, even though it was never in my plan. It all started when my oldest child had begun experiencing some difficulties in public school. Now, my child was always such a bright light, super outgoing, really fun, just a sweet young girl. But school just wasn't giving back that same energy that she was putting out. So she often came home stressed or sad about how someone treated her or an uncomfortable situation that she had to deal with. And every day it just didn't sit right in my spirit. And it felt like I was literally watching my child lose her excitement for school and education each day. Now, at the time, I had other younger children, a regular busy mom life, and zero intention of becoming a homeschool mom. Now, it wasn't that I didn't feel smart enough to do it or that I didn't feel qualified. I honestly just never considered it. But what I did know was that I couldn't keep watching my child have this experience day in and day out. Then one day in the morning, in the middle of our morning school rush, I just thought to myself, what if I try something different? And I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a curriculum lined up. It was an impulsive thought. And but I did have this feeling in my gut. And it was telling me that I know what my child needs. I just needed to trust myself. So that's what I did. And I talked it over with my husband, and we both agreed that it was the best decision for our family. It wasn't perfect in the beginning. Some days felt really rocky and unsure, but I did see that my child was slowly and naturally returning to herself again. And that's when I realized that I wasn't just making a pivot in education, I was answering a call. I was absolutely called to this life as a homeschool mom. And not because I had everything figured out, but because I was willing to show up every single day for something that I felt passionate about. And some folks think that homeschool moms have it all together and all figured out, when the reality is that we're just women who chose to reimagine education for our families and provide a need for our children, even when we don't know what to expect. So, if you're watching this in the middle of your own hard season with your child in public school, or if you're wondering if you have what it takes to take that step out of public school or into home education, even if it's not in your plan, I want you to know something. You're qualified to do this. You've been qualified. Now it's just the time to fully step into it. You might be standing, think about it this way, you might be standing right at the beginning of your purpose in your family. And I wholeheartedly believe for my family, choosing homeschooling has led us down a path that feels most natural to us. It simply feels like a way of life, just seeking education on our own terms, whenever, wherever, however we see fit. Now, I know if you're feeling overwhelmed and unsure maybe where to begin, I created this sweet, simple resource just for you. It's a 3-part audio guide sharing the things that I would tell my younger self about homeschooling. Think of it like a pep talk from a wise mom friend. And you can find the link to that down in the description. It's like my little gift to you to help you breathe a little easier and trust yourself a little bit more. Now, if this short but sweet video spoke to you, I would love for you to do me a favor and hit the subscribe button, because I'll be sharing more about this journey each week. I'll also be sharing some tools and stories to help you feel confident, capable, and called into your role as a homeschooling mom. Also, I love to hear from you in the comments. Like, did you plan to homeschool, or did the chaos and lack of trust in the school system lead you here too? Let's talk, let's build community, let's raise our babies and trust our gut feelings together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.